Welcome back to a channel where we discuss most things the church would never. I'm your host, Miss Nikki, and I appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy. Welcome back to another episode, you guys. Thank you for returning. I wanted to talk to you guys for a quick second about YouTube. Those of you who watch on YouTube, can you comment? Can you let me know how you're feeling about these videos? Are they informative? Are they inspiring? Are they giving you guys a reason to come back? Do you like what you're hearing? I want to know. I want to know your thoughts and opinions about everything that I put out thus far. I do get a few views. I'm not really worried about the views, but those of you who are viewing, can you comment down below? Can you let everybody else know how you are feeling about the videos that you are watching? A lot of the times when I get inspiration to do these videos, they do come from God. You know, most of the time they do come from God. I won't say most of the time, I will say all of the time. The reason why I'll say all of the time is because we are all alike in so many different ways. We may be at different stages in our lives going through situations that somebody else has already experienced. And a lot of this information is for people who may be in a position they're experiencing it at the moment, or they may be heading towards experiencing the same thing. So I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, a lot of the stuff that the Lord has blessed me to be able to come out of, I feel like those are the things that drop in my spirit. I feel like it's most of what I see online, most of what I hear people talk about all the time. And I feel like God has given me wisdom in those areas. And so why not share them? So if you guys are being blessed by any of what you've heard so far, let me know. Let me know down in the comment section of YouTube, also on IG. I do have a new Twitter. And now we know Twitter is no longer called Twitter. It's now called X. So let me go to that information so that you guys can also add me on there. And I'll be dropping information on there. Just bits and pieces of some of the episodes, some new ideas, some clips, things of that nature. If you're interested, I'm going to give you my username to follow. Give me 1 second. I'm getting to it. Where is it? Be with you in just a second. I just want to give you this information real quick so that you can go on and follow. I know it's something to say, but it's spelled differently, which is why I have to go to it. Where is it? No, I did it this week. I wanted to try that platform. I've had Twitter in the past and never really used it. But again, it's called X. And the username for Twitter is something, and it's spelled SOMETHG, as in girl, the number 2. And podcast is spelled POD as in David, C as in cat, T as in Tom, 21. That is my username for Twitter if you guys are interested in going and following me on there. I'll also be dropping some episodes and maybe doing some exclusive videos over there. I also have a Twitch. I do want to try going live on Twitch, and I will give you guys a heads up when I decide to do that. I'm looking for the information for that as well. Hold on one moment. That's why I like to put or compile everything in one area. My username on Twitch is nice8_. Nice, NICE 8_ is my Twitch name. And I think I'm going to be changing that to kind of correlate with the podcast. But for now, that is my username on Twitch. Well, anyway, this message is quite simple As you can tell by the title, we are talking about hoovering. Hoovering. So hoovering, let me give you guys a quick definition of hoovering. Hoovering, yes, the name comes from, and I think I've discussed it on this podcast before. The name comes from, or they got the name from the vacuum cleaner hoovering. The vacuum cleaner, as we know, it sucks things in. And so that's kind of like a metaphor for what type of situation you get kind of stuck in when it comes to narcissists. So, hoovering, a type of emotional abuse in which a person engages in manipulative behaviors to suck or hoover, yes, like the vacuum brand, someone back into a toxic or abusive relationship with them. And this can be for any person in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships. I always tell you guys that. It can be for family members. It can be for anybody in your life who has been very manipulative, who has the tendencies of narcissists. Not everybody is a diagnosed narcissist or is a narcissist. A lot of people have narcissistic tendencies. A lot of people have narcissistic characteristics. It doesn't mean that they are narcissistic. I know that all of us have this flesh, which has a lot of characteristics of narcissism. If you are walking in the area of faith, you should be coming against that every single day. A lot of us can be selfish in our own little ways, especially when it comes to things that are very important to us. Yes, we all can be a little manipulative in getting what we want. So let's jump right into this. Hoovering. If you are on the other end of hoovering and you are not the one who is hoovering, but you are on the receiving end of it, this is in no way, shape, or form a reason for you to be proud. A lot of women who have dealt with this kind of situation from a romantic partner, a lot of women are very proud that the narcissist wants to return. This is no reason for you to be proud. We're talking about a demonic spirit who wants to return back to the abusive, wants you to return back to the abusive cycle. They're going to do what they do to get what they want. They're not going to stop that. It's either going to be with you or it's going to be with somebody else, but they will continue their behavior. So this is in no way, shape, or form a reason for you to be proud that he wants you back. This is not what you think it is. This is not your regular romantic type of wanting you. Like, it's not that kind of want. Their wants are solely based off of their needs. This should not give you any esteem. This should not make you feel good about yourself. This shouldn't make you feel bad about yourself. This should make you recognize that there is a sick cycle here and it needs to be broken. This is a sign that the narc believes that he still has control over you. A lot of the times they will try hoovering because you still have, in some way, shape, or form, an open door for them to be able to communicate with you. If you have gone no contact, there should be no open door. There shouldn't be a crack for them to get in. This by no means is an invitation that they have changed. They hoover for multiple reasons. A lot of the times it's because maybe you've spoken to a friend that knows them, someone that you guys both know well. You may have spoken to a friend about them. You may have mentioned one small detail, and they may contact you basically with something small as, why are you mentioning me? Why are you talking about me? This is partly the beginning of a hoover. They will act like they may be upset that you have mentioned them, but this is a doorway for them to actually have a conversation with you. Make sure you are not mentioning the narcissist to anyone that you know or that they may know. Any friendships or anyone that you have in common. When you go no contact, you should not have any conversations, any involvement with anyone who can possibly get a message back to them. A lot of these people will take people that you know as flying monkeys. This is another term that I've used in the past. I have so many videos on this channel, 190 to be exact. I have so many videos on this channel. You can go down the list and find out in some of these videos what a flying monkey is. You can also use Google. Google will definitely give you a good description of what those terms are. Also, they would oblige any dog, cat, horse, or cow that would simply meet their needs. So don't feel like, again, this is a proud moment. He wants me back. He missed that old thing. He wants to spin the block. Lately, we've seen a lot of celebrities that, they use the term spinning the block, going back to an ex-partner or something like that. We've seen this a lot with Ashanti and what's her partner, Nelly. We've seen it with a few people that spent the block and decided to revisit or rekindle old relationships. This is not what that is. This is not what that is. They may miss the way that you, out of all the other people that they've abused, they may miss the way that you provided for them, the way that you met all their needs. That's what they're missing. They're not missing you, the person. They don't even know you as a person. They don't care about who you are as a person. What they care about is getting their needs met. That's all they care about. They may not even have anybody else available. That's probably why you're an option. You're only an option when they're out of other options. That is the only reason why they may be hoovering you. Sometimes they hoover you, out of, again, like their own ego. This is an ego booster. If they could get you to answer when you decided to go no contact, if they could get you to break any boundary that you call yourself setting up, this most definitely boosts the ego. Hoovering has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with them missing you or caring about you. That's not what this is about. If you're an expert, like I said earlier, on no contact, Hoovers wouldn't stand a chance. In fact, you wouldn't even know when they were trying to hoover you because you would close any door that may be open. I've had to constantly make or block new social media pages that I've seen from the person that I've had to deal with. Over and over I had to make either a new, somebody that doesn't know any of this information, doesn't know what no contact means, doesn't know what any of this stuff is about, they would think, oh, you're running from them. You don't have to change your social media. You don't have to block them. You don't have to do all of those things. You don't have to run from that person. It's not running. It's setting boundaries. That's what it is. And it's not what I call it. That's exactly what I'm doing with a person that's sick. I am setting boundaries. When I walked away for good. There is no cracked door. There's no open hole. There is no window that I will leave open for any toxic cycle to continue in my life. And I pray and hope that you guys feel the same way. Some of you feel bad, when you're watching this person move on with somebody else. They move on to the new supply. They're called a new supply for a reason. They're not called a new girlfriend. They're not called a new fiance. They're not called a new wife. They're called a new supply for a reason. Yes, you have real human emotions. You get your feelings hurt like anybody else because you are human and you've had a human experience with somebody who's given you some demonic abuse. So I understand that your emotions are all in an uproar when you see this person move on with someone else. But remember, this person's behavior will remain the same. They have not been held accountable. They can't be held accountable. And when I say they can't be, that means that they refuse to be held accountable. That means that they're going to walk away from anything that's going to make them face themselves. So if this person is moving on with a new supply and you're upset and you're hurt, but this person is a self-destructing individual, what are you sad for? It's not that you should be happy that they're self-destructing, but just keep it in the back of your mind that anytime that they move on with anyone, it will never work because they're not facing themselves. They're not healing. They're not healing what's broken. They're not getting to the root cause of what causes them to be abusive in the first place, which means the cycle begins all over again. The position that you should be in It's praising God and thanking Him that you made it out, that you know what you're dealing with, and you get to walk away. Focus on that. Don't focus on being with somebody else to make them jealous. Don't focus on any of those things. Focus on the fact that you can hold yourself accountable. You have the opportunity to heal. You have the opportunity to never be affected by this person again. That is the blessing of being able to go no contact and walk away. Hope this message met you guys in a great space and time. I will see you guys again on another episode, maybe uploading tomorrow. Not sure. Depends on what drops on me. But again, leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about any of these podcast episodes that I've been dropping lately. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me how you feel. Thank you guys for returning back, and I'll see you again. But I thank God for putting me in this position where I can provide the knowledge. I can provide. Thank you for stopping by. I pray that you were blessed, informed, encouraged, and most of all, inspired. Come back to see what we discuss next. You don't want to miss out.